Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Postgres Cafe. Today with us, we have Andrea from Data Bene. Please take a moment to introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Cuciniello, and I'm business operations at Data Bene. I've joined the company last year, but I've been knowing Cedric Villemain, its founder, for a long time, as we used to work together at Second Quadrant. And as a business operation manager, I do a little bit of everything from supervising marketing activities to sales to trying to improve processes. So yeah, in a gist, that's what I do.
Yeah. Good. Welcome, Andrea. I'm happy to see you here.
Thank you, Gulcin. Yeah. So we obviously, Gulcin and I as well, we were former colleagues. So yeah, we all know, I think, each other. Yeah.
Okay, so today we will talk a little bit about like Postgres extension, the community, the development aspect, open source contributions and everything. So that's why I wanted to ask first thing, because you are like, handling the business operation in Data Bene. Do you think the customers are interested in contributing to open source projects, and do they really see the benefits, or what kind of benefits do they see from it?
Yeah, sure. Look, currently we are working with a few companies that want to develop additional feature for PostgreSQL ecosystem and contribute back to the community. And this is because they've been using PostgreSQL and PostgreSQL extension for many years. So they really feel like this is the best way going forward, both from strategic and also technology point of view. Many teams have members who contribute code directly to upstream open source projects, and so they can ensure their improvement can benefit the wider community and not only their company. And so that they have people as well who work on improvement as part of the ongoing tasks. And so this way, basically, customer also, contribute to open source project to make sure in the feature that they need and that they basically are building in this transparent way, they stay available to everyone. And by supporting an open source project like PostgreSQL, for example, PostgreSQL extension, they avoid that relying on companies that might close the code or restrict access. And so they also doing an investment, long-term investment in a way that they will avoid to being locked in. So this gives more freedom, ensure they can keep using and improving unimportant tools and depend on. We're talking about a critical tool.
Yeah. You actually explained it so well. In a way that it's a win-win for both parties, and they also secure their own, feature in a way that if you contribute to something open source, you can actually track it. Other people can benefit from it, and also like you are not risking your own feature being owned by some other company that might or might not be around, or might put you behind the paywall in a way that might not support you after your contract ends. So yeah, I remember this type of work.
Yeah, it's definitely really important to be able to invest in the technology that you're using so you can make sure that it's going to be there in 5-10 years, if you want to keep using it, that it's actually relevant for you. And at the same time, it helps out everyone else who are also using that same project and feature. Community, it's pretty amazing. So I guess my question would be then, in your opinion, how can companies best support the Postgres project or other open source projects, of course?
Like probably three main things that I can think of, which are contribution to upstream source code, extension development, and as well event organization and sponsorship. So for the first one, basically, by allocating developer time to work on a PostgreSQL core, companies contribute to improving performance, expanding features, resolving issue like a bug fix. And this hands-on approach helps the database grow, helps the database to evolve, to continue to evolve, continue to adapt to the need of users and also businesses across many industries and use case. And that, again, going back to extension development, creating and maintaining those extensions allow company to add specialized features without altering the core database and the core code. And this modularity allow PostgreSQL to meet the needs of different industry again. So it creates a more versatile and strong ecosystems. And finally, I'm quite fond of this because I also, help in this area. So event organization and sponsorship. Companies can host or sponsor conferences, workshop, um, PostgreSQL local user group. And so they can facilitate knowledge sharing and community building. They can organize, as I mentioned, but they can also, just decide, to sponsor existing, meetup. And these events are quite important because basically they provide a platform for user and developers to collaborate, discuss advancement, idea, they can discuss best practices. And so this way, again, in turn, they strengthen the PostgreSQL community. They in this way, basically, they contribute to the growth of the community. So
yeah, as a meeting organizer and conference organizer, I appreciate this perspective because people probably don't see the value. They think that like people get together, they just talk, but there are a lot of things we discuss every month here in Prague. For example, I do Prague Postgres meetups, and there are like few things that I wouldn't thought because people with different backgrounds come. Like for example, some people from Oracle, they are switching to Postgres world, and there are like this, they have Oracle hints, and we don't really have much of it in Postgres at all. And because the way that our statistics work and everything, so it's complicated. And you can see, okay, there are improvements that could be done to improve these people's lives. This is a category of people that will be improving more and more because how the trajectory of migrations are going. And so you could see direct users in like feedback pretty much free. Like you can see where people are interested, what's happening at the moment. Keep all this information that is available to you just by sponsoring. I don't know, maybe become a venue sponsor, or I don't know, cover drinks or pizza. It's super easy actually in a way, and it keeps these people together to just invent and discuss.
yeah.
It's a really nice way to network too, and
Yeah,
stay connected
exactly.
throughout the community to find jobs later on, or to like just to learn and ask questions
Yeah,
for mentorship, for all kinds of opportunities.
exactly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if I can do just a short promo as well for
Of course.
the, the Barcelona and Madrid PostgreSQL meetup, then I'm one of the co-organizer along with Dave Pitts from Adyen and Nacho Alonso from Microsoft. So we are a new meetup. We have 4 meetups now under our belt. And again, I mean, the aim is to basically host 1 meetup per quarter, one in Madrid and one in Barcelona. So please, just if you are in
Yeah,
Spain and you're
you convinced
interested,
me.
yeah.
I am booking. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you for doing it. It needs to be done. Like somebody has to do these things.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Absolutely. And I guess on that note, I would be curious to know a little bit more. You've talked a lot about extension development and how it impacts the community and the upstream project. Can you talk a little bit more directly about how developing these kinds of extensions can help the Postgres project to continue its operations, as an ongoing effort? Um, how can those kinds of efforts ensure the success of Postgres, basically?
Yeah. No, so like in general, developing extension, I don't want to repeat myself, but it's crucial for the PostgreSQL long-term success, because it keeps the database relevant across various industry, again, by allowing this customization for specific needs. And so this adaptability attracts more developers and users, expands the community, and it fosters innovation. And this modularity system so basically enable PostgreSQL to incorporate in a quick way new technology, and ensuring as well that database is always current and up to date. And basically the Postgres can also evolve without overcomplicating its core and making it easy to manage and update.
Yeah, exactly. And the timelines of an extension lifetime versus life cycle of Postgres in the many times we do release, it's making it more agile to sort the problem that you are trying to solve through an extension. Then maybe eventually it will be feeding back into Postgres, or maybe not, while you still have this need that the customers are needing the solution. So I think that's really important and contributing to the Postgres directly and indirectly as well. So now it brought me another question, because we were talking about customers. So people who are maybe not getting any services through any companies wouldn't probably know like how, let's say, Data Bene is contributing to Citus, or we were talking with Cedric that we could just do Stats Manager he's working on, and how this extension development may be helping customers, and how they are related to basically having this contributions coming back to the business side of the operations, because you are the working with the operational aspect of things more often than not. I wanted to hear your perspective basically from those angles.
Yeah, and I know that you mentioned like PG Fincor, for example, and the way as well extension can just stay as extension and never be integrated into the source code. This is one example in which PG Fincor, which has been developed by Cedric, our CEO and president, then eventually it ended up as part of the PostgreSQL source code. So from being an extension initially, then to be incorporated. And well, by the way, probably Cedric already mentioned, but now it's working into some other extension like Stats Manager, PG, PSI, other components, again, designed to improve the PostgreSQL statistics capability. So the way basically, we, again, in this area, what we normally do, it's helping customers as well to understand how they can contribute to PostgreSQL and the open source projects. Okay, and we normally do that. It comes out naturally because you're working with a customer. Okay, whether you be providing a training, doing a workshop, or working together into some other project. So we show them how it is possible to make meaningful contribution that fit their goals and support the community. Okay, and this is also an aspect that I say then it comes naturally, because I think one of the main reasons why companies want to work with us, it's obviously the expertise aspect, which is really important, but as well the fact that Data Bene, it's basically it's I would say a natural open source company. So we don't have like our own software. Okay, so the way we collaborate with companies, it's basically look at the requirements and then again suggesting what would be the best solution, again through PostgreSQL. It might be some other component like Citus data or something else, then it fits the use case. And so I think that given that they work with us and they and basically we work with open source tools, then they align, over time to that mindset. And they also, there are like many cases in which they say, okay, now we also want to contribute to the project. So how we can help, how we can contribute. That's something, then it comes out naturally, especially after, we've been working together for a customer for quite some times. And by the way, this is again another promo that I would like to do. If you are, a developer and want to contribute to open source and PostgreSQL at customer with, in R&D requirements, our team is expanding. So you can visit the Data Bene website, databene.io, the job section, and to see available positions. So
Yeah.
Thank you. Like another bit of promotion.
Why not, Andrea? It's okay. And like I like that how you described, you literally onboard customers while you are through helping them. You custom tailor the whatever that they might need, and then you open up another way of thinking in them that okay, we can actually help as well. We are using this thing, we are benefiting from it. We can put some more resources to it. Yeah, it's like amazing. The expertise can help people to just be part of it.
Yeah, because especially if you, let's say if you're new to PostgreSQL, you're new to open source, you always expect that, okay, I need this functionality. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you expect then it's already built out of the box, a part of, an add-on premium, I don't know, service, which is like, okay, currently we can help you to actually develop this functionality, and it doesn't exist yet, but no problem, we can certainly work on it. And so once you adjust to that sort of mindset, as I mentioned before, like, okay, it's like people and companies actually, like that.
Yeah.
Which actually helps a lot too, to be able to walk through it in that manner, to figure out, okay, like I see that you're struggling with performance or maybe high availability or something. Let's see if we can configure your existing setup to get you to where you need to be. And then, oh, okay, now that you're there, maybe there's some more specific things that we can do to tailor the upstream software to where it fully meets your needs. Because maybe your use case is more specific than what the configurations can allow. And that totally opens it up to other companies that are facing the same exact use case, but who maybe have never thought about contributing or maybe didn't have the resources to or expertise to. And now all of a sudden this project becomes so much more relevant to many more, which is awesome.
Exactly. I remember like this conversation can continue a lot because I remember the customers, like how expectations of customers changes eventually as well. Like they get more educated and they demand like, in a way that they can help with what they are actually requesting it. And then you can apply this use case, this workload, you can automate it. And this is how you can build better products as well for multiple people, because in a way, okay, every setup is very individual, very unique to the customer's needs, but there are a lot of commonalities that once you sort it out, one way of doing the template of it, you can help so many more people in a much easier way. And it helps, I think, consultancy and R&D aspect of the business as well. All right. Thank you for coming, Andrea. Thank you, Sarah. And we will see each other again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.